Good morning. Just about to get going on accessible strength. Give me 2 seconds, still setting up. If you have a kettlebell, you'll need it today. If you haven't got a kettlebell, a dumbbell or something that you can deadlift, that would be awesome, or something that you can pick up and put down on the floor, basically. So 2 seconds. I'm gonna go over to Instagram. Good morning. Hi. Just getting started with our accessible strength this morning. We have got 5 basic movements that we can scale up or down, and then we're going to finish on a little core piece. This is accessible work that anybody can do. I'm going to explain in detail how we can make it a little bit more difficult and other ways that we can make it easier if we need to. Okay, so we're going to start with really simple sit-up position. So if you've got a cushion that you can put under your back, that would be ideal. And then another thing we might need is, or you will need, is either a kettlebell or a dumbbell, or just something that you can pick up and put down. So like a bucket or something that with a little bit of weight in it is what we want. So I've got an ab mat here, but a small cushion from your sofa is perfect. We're going to start with this. You just sit on the box on your back, so under your bra strap and just above the pelvis. All right, we're going to go for 8 reps. I'm going to go knees out and soles of the feet together. If you need to put a weight on your feet, please do. You can put them under the sofa or a chair or something where you get a little bit of extra support and stability there from the front. Otherwise, we are coming down, we're touching the floor behind our head, and then we're using our arms to help us spring up. Some people will say, oh, I'm cheating, but this is perfect. This is what we want to do. We want to be able to use our core in a little bit more of an explosive way. If that is a struggle, carry on if you're working on those. If it's a struggle, let's just get into this hollow position and hold it here for 20 seconds. All right, so we'll go for a couple more. We're doing 8 reps of everything. So if you're doing sit-ups, it's 8 reps of sit-ups. If you're doing that hollow position, let's do 20 seconds. Then we are going into kettlebell swings. If you don't have a kettlebell or a dumbbell, you can pick something up off the floor, put it down 8 times. Okay, we're looking to keep the hips high and a really flat back when we're doing that. Otherwise, if you've got a kettlebell, fantastic, we'll come into swings. If you haven't got a kettlebell, it might be worth investing in one so that you've got something to access. This is an 8 kg for 8 reps. So nice and simple, but just practicing that hinge position in an explosive movement so that we're using our bum to drive and add power. Okay? Next thing we're going to do, we're going to stay with that hinge position. We're going to go for hands down. I'm going to start with feet wide so that I can get my hands on the floor. Step out. Step in. Stand up. Hands down. Hands down. Step out. Step in. And stand up. Alternate the feet that you step out with and step in with. If this is a struggle, you can get something that you put your hands on, like a step or a chair or a stool. You can put your hands on that, especially if you're very tight through the hip flexors. And this position is a struggle. Okay, 2 more. We're going for 8 reps. If you're struggling with any of these movements, we can do 6 reps. And if you feel like you're super fast and quick, you can take it up and do extra reps, so take it to 10. Okay, I'm going to do 1 more. Step it out, step in, and stand up. Okay, now we're going to go for side plank for 15 seconds on each side. So we've got 2 variations here. If you need to make this more manageable, or you're near the very beginning of doing your strength training or core work, you can bend that bottom leg and come up into a core position. If I've said side plank and you've done this before, you're probably already here with 1 foot either in front of the other. Or if you're feeling super strong, let's stack those feet 15 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. And we change sides for 15 seconds. So in terms of equipment at home, it would be really good to get yourself a basic little stopwatch. Definitely a 6 and an 8 kg kettlebell or dumbbell. And that's a great start if you have those 2 pieces of equipment. Because now I can take my kettlebell or anything at home again if you've got weight. If you haven't got weight, doesn't matter, you can do these anyway. So we're just squatting. So if you're brand new to this, having no weight is perfect. You're just aiming to keep these knees over your heels, over your laces. So we're not allowing our knees to collapse in as we're squatting, okay? We're doing 8 reps. Trying to drive from the bum. 2, and 1. Okay, fab. We're going into round number 2 of 3. Awesome. Right. So you're going to get your cushion. If you are purchasing equipment, this is an ab mat. It's really useful for sit-ups. It's really nice to get that little bit more extension in the core. Soles of the feet together. Knees are out wide if you can. If you need to put something on your feet, then do that. I'm going to do a couple of reps here. 3, 2. If you're struggling with these, you're going to come into a hollow position. So this position here, you'll get enough work. Even if you can do sit-ups, doing hollow hold for 20 seconds. It's a nice core chunk of work. Okay, now we're going to step outs. So hands down. As I said, if you're struggling with height, if you're struggling with your hips, we can get something that is stool height, chair height, bench height, step in your house, and you can step out and step in. And that will just take a bit of pressure off the hips and hip flexors. You still get as much out of that movement. And you can work your way down in time as you loosen up. Alternate the feet that's doing the stepping and it's in and stepping out. Brilliant. And then we go back to our side plank. So if you've got a stopwatch or you're using a timer on your phone, it's 15 seconds on each side. Alrighty, so either a bent leg at the bottom, or we can stack our feet, or we can go one behind the other. When we're in the side plank, squeezing your bottom, driving your hips forward. All about the bum and the obliques here, so using these muscles to drive up. Hip to the ceiling. Cool, change sides. Okay, off we go. Pulling those shoulders, lengthen that distance between your ears and your shoulders. Nice long spine. The last 5. Squeeze your bottom, drive your hips forward. 3, 2, and 1. Superb. Okay, into your goblet squat. So let's go for feet just outside the hips. Toes will come out a little bit. And then from here, we're sitting back and down. If you're just starting out with squatting, you want to use a chair, that's ideal too. And if you're way ahead of me, you can add more weight, add more speed, add more depth. Loads of options to make these easier or more difficult if we need. Pelvic floor on the way up. So as we come up, we're going to draw up the pelvic floor with the out breath. 2 more. Superb. Okay, last round of this work. So back to our sit-ups. So you got your cushion under your back. Or, yeah, depending on what you're working on, hollow hold position. This time I'm going to do 8 sit-ups with you. If you're in that hollow position, just pressing that lower back into the floor. Otherwise, let's go for this explosive sit-up. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Superb. Right. Step outs or step ins. Again, if you need something to put your hands on, please do that. If you found that too easy last time, maybe you can go back to trying it on the floor. See how far you can get your feet in towards your hands. Yeah, take your time and then alternate the feet that's doing the stepping. Just the very act, being able to get hands on the floor here will be a challenge for some. So that, get confidence in that position first. And again, if 8 is too much, stick with 6 reps, build to 8, and if you're flying, just carry on, go to 10. Okay, side plank. Same here, we either have a bent leg at the bottom, or 2 straight legs, 1 foot in front of the other, or if you're feeling really strong, let's stack these, okay? Let's bring that top hip forward slightly, squeeze your bottom, drive your hips into the air for the last 3, 2, and 1. Okay, go to the other side. Let's go for that whole forearm all the way through the hand. You're going to press into the floor. And notice I was really on my elbow on that last side. So let's try and go for contact and pressure through the floor with the hand, the lower forearm, all the way up to the elbow. We're not just relying on the elbow joint. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic. Last exercise here, we're going to go for a goblet squat. So a weight that you're going to hold out in front of your chest. If again you're pretty new to it, you can add the weight to the body so you can pull that weight onto the chest. Otherwise, let's just keep it slightly out in front, elbows underneath the weight, shoulder blades back, and we are squatting. 1. Pelvic floor on the way up. Big breath, exhale, drawing up the pelvic floor as we go. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Fabulous. Great job. Okay, take a drink, take a moment, get the heart rate back down to kind of not resting, but certainly a little bit below. And then we're going to go for a little bit below 100, and then we're going to go for a hollow hold and a plank position. We're going to do 3 rounds. We're going to finish today on a little bit of a core piece. I'm going to talk you through how we can really engage this whole cylinder so that we're building strength from the inside out. We want to be able to engage our core and our glutes when we're doing all of this strength work. Any movement that you do in any workout, you have the ability to engage the core and the glutes, which some people refer to as the same thing, as in the core being part of the glutes. But for now, we'll talk about them separately so that we can start to think about building them in as we go. So, the first thing we're going to do, a little bit like the alternative to sit up in the first round, it's a hollow hold position. But again, it's so variable. This is an amazing exercise because you can do it at whatever level you're at and still get a really solid piece of core workout out of it. Difficulty. And then we're going to turn over and we're going to do an elbow plank. I'm going to talk you through that as we go. So, we get my stopwatch from here. Going to go for a plank position, hollow hold position. I'm going to do a couple of variations, so you can try different variations and decide on the one that you like, okay? The first thing we're going to do is draw a box on our back. Top of the box is your bra strap. Then you've got your sides, and then bottom of the box is your pelvis. And then from here, we're going to press that down into the floor. If it tends to go into your neck straight away, maybe put a cushion under your neck, you can rest your head on the floor, but you're still aiming for that pressure of the box into the floor. Okay, so we're here. Now I can go one knee in, one leg out. Now we're working. If you're shaking, that's a brilliant thing. Try and hold that shake. I'm going to swap legs for the last 5, 4, 3. Pull those shoulder blades down. 2 and 1. Fantastic. Okay. We're going over into a plank position. We'll be doing that a few times, so we'll have loads of time to go through technique and practice that. All right, so plank position. We're going to go for shoulders over elbows. I'm going to tuck my tailbone under. I'm going to pull my rib cage down to my pelvis. If you're quite advanced with this, you can pull your feet together, create tension down through the legs, pushing heels away from the body. If you're new to it, you can go legs wide, just try and get that stability, but tucking that tailbone under for 3, 2, and 1. Oh, okay. Back to hollow hold again. You've done 1 round, we're going to do 2 more. Take the break in the middle if you need it. But we want to try and keep time under tension, so we want to stay in these movements and reduce the amount of rest we have over time. Okay, we're coming up into a hollow hold position. This is your starting position. If I want to make it a bit more difficult, bring one leg down, bring the other knee, tuck it into the chest. I'm already 10 seconds in. Start to feel the shake. I'm going to switch it over, arms up in the air, pull those shoulders away from the ears for the last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic. Over into a plank position. And again, there's one thing you're going to do here is tuck that tailbone under, okay? Tuck the tailbone under and pushing away with the shoulders. Let's go for 20 seconds. Good. Checking in, your shoulders are directly over your elbows. You can push away from the floor. 10 more seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Squeeze your bottom. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, last hollow hold. Let's try and get straight into it. If your core is feeling tired, that's a good thing. Means you're working the right sets of muscles. Okay, let's do this. Last set. Got 20 seconds. Good. Pull the shoulders away from the ears so you feel a little squeeze through the armpits. I'm going to switch it over for the last 8 seconds. Good. Lower back into the floor. 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right. Over onto the plank position. Last exercise. Going in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Squeezing your bottom, tucking your tailbone under. Let's aim to do that for this whole 20 seconds. You're already 10 in. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. Fantastic work. Thank you for joining me. I hope that felt beneficial. The way it should leave you is that you want more. So I'm not trying to make a workout here that's going to push you to the edge. We can do these 15, 20-minute accessible workouts once, twice a day, once, twice a week, whatever is right for you at the time and the stage you are in terms of your fitness. So enjoy, go and have a cup of tea. If you want to do some stretching, please stick around on your mat at home. Spend 5 minutes doing a few stretches. That would be awesome. Well done, and thank you very much.